Parents and teachers, I'm Josh with SmartSocial.com, and I'm going to review the new Gabb Wireless phone. This is a smartphone for kids. They say it's finally a first phone that's smart for kids. Now, I'm with SmartSocial.com. I travel the country teaching students how to be safe online so they can shine online. You see, I believe these devices, whether it's an iPhone or a Gabb Wireless device, can help a student in a purposeful manner to get their dream job, their dream career, their dream college. And I show them, and my staff at SmartSocial.com teaches them how to do just that, how to brand themselves in a positive way. Now, we're going to review this phone. I'm not paid to give this review. I just received it from them and I'm trying it out. So I'm going to give you my honest review. I do not believe that you should be giving these devices to kids at an early age untethered. Well, give me an example, Josh. Well, if you were to give your kids a half gallon of ice cream, we've all been in the store and we've seen those half gallons of dryers. Amazing. I love ice cream. But imagine you gave your kid a half gallon, those really big, maybe it's a whole gallon, whatever it is, it's really big, and just let them sit down on the couch and you gave that to them. Pop the lid off and you said, here. And then you turned around and went in the other room. What are they going to do? Well, in my speeches, kids go, I'm going to eat it all, right? And the same is true if you give your kid an iPhone or an Android and you just give them untethered access to the internet. They don't know when to stop. Now, there's a lot we could talk about. Predators, we could talk about screen time, we could talk about students just not knowing because they don't have the vocabulary on the inside what they need to do to stop. And they don't have the adult tendencies like you do to understand when too much is too much. Enter this phone, Gabb Wireless. Let's take a quick look. Too much technology too soon is too dangerous. I agree 100% with this. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion. No internet, no apps help kids stay kids, prevent harmful effects of screen addiction. Peace of mind engineered for kids, guaranteed protection from apps and dangerous content. Now, basic suite, just the essentials. Phone, texting, calendar, alarm, and calculator, right? Coverage available in the lower 48 states. They've partnered with some big people. It's awesome. I think this is the one. I have the Z1 Gabb phone. It's got some cool stuff. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this phone. I want to show you my screen. All right, so let's put the Gabb phone down there. Forgive me, you can see my face, but let me just show you kind of how this whole thing works, and we'll walk through how the Gabb phone works and so on. So here we go. So you swipe up from the bottom to be able to see the phone. So here we have the phone, and you can see your recents. I'm going to do my best to point, and forgive me for the screen, but I got a bunch of random calls, and I'm not sure why. Anytime you buy your kid a random phone, a new number, you're going to get a few inbound calls. This isn't Gabb's fault, but this has, and then you can see my contacts. That's me, right? And I could text a contact. So this is a kid's phone, and we're going to go back to the home. Here's the apps it has. It has a gallery because, yes, you can take photos. We could click into the gallery. You can see me being silly. I took a picture of myself that I could text to people, right? I can go to the left. I can see videos. Look. Video testing time. Video testing time. It's me being a dork, and you can do all kinds of neat stuff. Wow, you can even put it down there while you're looking through other stuff. That is a neat feature. I believe, I might be mistaken, this is running off, and look, we can do albums, selfie, my videos, camera. You can take a picture. In this case, I'm taking a picture of the camera. You get the idea. And the camera's pretty good. You can do all kinds of different, our goal here is that your student has lots of fun things. So you can actually take a fun, silly picture like that. As you can see, the goal is that the kid gets some entertainment value, but also that there's safety. So let's go back to the home. I'm getting already enough features for me to get overwhelmed. You've got a calendar. Now, I haven't done anything, but this integrates, I believe, with the Google Apps system and software, so you could create a new thing. Hey, don't forget, we're going to, yada, 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 7 p.m. Teach your kids a calendar. It's got a radio. I haven't used in this. You have to plug in the earpiece. Or it'll automatically exit, which is kind of nice. So your kids aren't blaring music, but they could actually listen to stuff. And yes, along the bottom, it charges using the normal USB. Along the top, yes, it does have the old school thing that we're all familiar with. All right, let's keep looking real quick. You got your contacts. There's this guy Josh in there. Awesome. Next, we are going to go to messaging. This is where it gets interesting. I've been testing the messaging with myself. So here's your inbox, right? My Google Voice. But here's the inbox. I'm going to text myself a picture here real quick of this. We're going to go pick a photo. And we're going to pick a photo of my nephew. And we're going to see what this looks like. So we're texting an MMS photo of my nephew from my iPhone. And it looks like that. There's him. FaceTiming with him yesterday. He's adorbs. And here we go. We're going to see that come up. Now, we're going to let it go through the system while we're waiting. And then you've got the camera. And basically, that's it. There's really no social media networking. There's a voice recorder. There's video. You can go into the settings. File manager. You've got a clock. By the way, the calculator app. I need a calculator. Well, here you go. And there you go. You've got everything that you need. Please don't tell your kids this is a non-smartphone. This is definitely a smartphone. It just doesn't have the untethered access of unlimited ice cream. Your kids will actually know that it's purposeful. Once again, do I think a device for a 3-year-old is the right fit? No. But if you don't want to give your kids a flip phone, which is my favorite, then this is a great option. This is a good place to start. And we're just kind of waiting for that image to come through. And you know what? So test. And then I'm going to send this. So we're sending a test over to Josh, and that test works. And maybe the image doesn't work. Maybe it doesn't let you. And actually, this is something good for me to know, is maybe it's not allowing me to send images to people. And maybe that's great, because maybe that's exactly what we want to avoid. And I shouldn't be learning on a review, but you know what? None of us are perfect. So that's why I'm showing you. Maybe it's actually the best thing. So do I like it? I do. Is it the best thing in the world to have to give your kids something that they can do this with? I'm not sure that I love giving kids a device too early. So a couple of my recommendations are going to be, number one, if you give your kids this phone, make sure they understand that if you call, that they have to pick up. This is a privilege. This is not a right. What does that mean? Well, students, remember that who paid for it. And before you ever give your kids this device, which by the way has a backup battery, it's got a battery inside. You can remove this and change the battery, which is kind of cool. It's got a flash. It's kind of neat. I didn't really show you that, but I left the plastic on the back. Before you ever give them this device, please consider making a cell phone and social media contract. That means I bought the phone for you. I'm paying the monthly fee. If you do not pick up, or if you make these mistakes, the phone is immediately taken away. Also, when you're at your friend Billy's house, you're not allowed to use his father's extra iPhone that's the zombie phone that's in the drawer, meaning it doesn't have a cell signal, but it can hook up to Wi-Fi. You're not allowed to use a phone like that and sign up for Snapchat or Instagram. Because parents, you need to be on every app your kids are on. Absolutely every app. And by giving them this phone, there is no social media. Instagram is not allowed on this phone. Snapchat is not allowed. It's just texting, calling. Your kids don't like to call, so it's just texting, and it's photos and filters and fun, right? Once again, I don't get paid to do this, but I do like this option because every family is unique. So this is much longer than I anticipated, but I tend to talk a lot. So I'm Josh with SmartSocial.com. I think this is an interesting start. I think they've done something nice here. They worked really hard on this. From the front, if you want to take a look at one more time, from the front, when you open it up, it does have swipe features. So you click here and you can quickly hey, I want to take a photo. You're in photo mode. And I know that's, oh, look at that. It defaults to the most recent one. That's cool. Take a selfie. I look like a total dork, but there you go. Kind of fun, and that's the goal, to give kids the chance to... Boy, that looks creepy. That honestly looks creepy. Let's not look at that photo. All right, I'm Josh Ochs with SmartSocial.com. Thanks for watching this. This is the Gabb Wireless review. Pretty cool little phone. I called myself on it, tested it out. Reception is great. It's a good phone, and it is a way to give your kids something without them thinking, oh, I'm going to go somewhere else. Because remember, it's supply and demand. You want to let your kids be kids a lot longer than the world's letting them, but you also want to be able to let them feel like some of their friends. And this is probably an option that I think is pretty interesting. I'm Josh Ochs. Remember to keep it light, bright, and polite because your kids are watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.